I want to show you the top Tableau tips that I've learned for beginners. So let's get started. So first off, clicking. Let's say you have a ton of categories here. What's the easiest way to kind of look at your data? Well, just double click your data sources and get everything in a row and just start like lining things up so you can quickly get a quick chart going here that tells you some cool things. And then you can kind of like move these around. That's super helpful to get things going. The second thing I want to talk about is Show Me. I wish I would have known this quicker, but the Show Me tab is very helpful. So now we can put all this data on a map and it will map right to the United States. There's not enough memory, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Let's see if we can get the other one. So there's not enough memory there, but you get the gist. But we can put it right back into those rows and you can click right back into those text tables. So a great start to the video there. But I want to show you another tip that's really good. Let's say that you want to do multiple categories. So let's go ahead and remove, let's say, product ID, customer ID, and just leave categories so you have those in there. And one thing you can do is you can go up to this little flip button right here and swap rows and columns, and it's going to flip those down to be a little bit more readable depending on what your goals are, but at least you have it on one little row that you can scroll through. Another thing, if you want to get, let's say, your numbers in here, you can go ahead and drag this over into this area and it'll put those in there. So you can drag any category over. Let's say that is profit and put that right there and it's going to show those. So anything below this line, you can drag in there and just quickly get certain categories put in there and take a look at all those different things very quickly to get an idea how your data is going. But here's even better tip that I'm super excited to tell you about, and that is the control hold down. So if you want to like see something very quickly, let's say we want to create a quick heat map, we can go right here and then we can go over here and then click square, and that's going to square things out. But we're not done, guys. So you can go over here and let's say we want to see the profit, for instance. You can go over here, drag it into color, and that's going to quickly give you that heat map. So hit the control button if you want multiple things, size, label, and do all that stuff. But even better, if you're in a graph, click Show Me, and you can bring up a graph. So we have some graphs right here. But let's say you want to do like just country. You can drag it, control drag, control leave it in there, and bring it over there so you can kind of see quickly colors and things like that as they develop on your little map here. So I think that's the cool thing is you can drag it into these different details. And when you hit control, you can just keep dragging. And that gets really cool because it opens up a wide range of options for you as you start dragging data. So for instance, let's drag category here, control drag, and I'll leave it when you hit control, and that's going to change those colors. Or if you want to do size, control drag category, it'll create another one. So you can see how it quickly develops your chart very quickly. So let's take a look at another thing. Here's the clear button. Another tip here, clear all sheet. Clear sheet, you just click right up here, clear. Bam, you got it all cleared. So the way it kind of works also on the Show Me tab, and it took me a while to figure this out, is you have all these different dimensions of how to make stuff. So the green, one or two of those, and one dimension for packed bubbles. So let's make a packed bubble real quick by just doing one dimension, which is the blue. So we'll do something like category and just put that over here. And it says one or two dimensions, so we'll do like quantity. And now we have a packed bubble. And we can click right there and get a quick pack bubble. But let's go even deeper. There's no labels on these, right? So you can actually drag whatever label you want. Let's say we want some quantity. Hit control, like I said, hold down control and drag it to label. And it will actually put those numbers in there and do a really good job for doing that. So that's super helpful if you're trying to get anything in there. But let's say you don't like category, you want to go to subcategory. You can drag over the top of category, and that's going to change that to subcategory so you can kind of quickly get those labels in there. But maybe you want to go even deeper. Notice we don't have color for subcategory. They're all orange because we had that there, but this is a good way to see what your subcategories are. But if you want to go deeper, hit that control button, guys, and you got the colors that are all in there. And then maybe you have everything set up pretty good right there. So that's a really cool way to just quickly drag and drop, see your data. And then you can also see that the size chart comes up, one or two dimensions. One, blue is your dimensions, green is your measures, and you quickly like flip over to this. And again, if you want to see that really quickly, drag your quantity, control button, drag, You'll see your labels quickly right there. So that's a very quick tips I would say that are really helpful, but maybe that's not what you need. Maybe you need to go deeper. Maybe you want to see something like this and you're not liking it, so you hit this swap button right here. So you can swap it between different size with the swap button here, swap rows and columns, or you can hit Control plus W. Maybe you want to see it in descending or ascending order. Click right here. You can see different orders as your colors, so you can see which categories really do matter. And again, if you can't see your labels, just throw them on there. Now I will say it's not going to work right here because obviously, but there's always the tooltip. So you can see on the tooltip right here, the little thing that's going across, it tells you what it is. So that's how you can do that. But what if you want to see like something that's a little bit deeper? You want to see trends. Well, you have to have a time analysis. So just know you've got to have time on there to see trends. So we can put order date right here for all members, and you can see a trend and you can swap it, make it quicker, whatever, and see trends. And even deeper, let's say you just want to do some simple analysis. You can go up here to your analysis tab and it'll give you some options like trend lines. Do you want some trend lines? Show trend lines. And maybe the chart doesn't allow trend lines, or maybe you want to change it to a percentage or something like that. Just kind of mess with these and see what's going on, and do different things here that can kind of show you grand totals and other things. Now I will say if you go right here and we flip this over to that chart, and maybe we want to see what the grand totals for each row are, you can go to analysis, totals, and then show grand totals for rows, and that's going to show your grand totals. Or you can even go deeper into those analysis right here, totals, and maybe do total all, and then just do automatic and see what it gives you. So it actually did the same thing. But that's a quick way to see what's going on with your data and seeing which rows are good. And then you can go over here and sort this, so you can quickly get like what's the top total and get the categories that are really like mattering right here for type of order. So this is your number one order with 52 orders. So just really helpful to have that information. So those are my top early tips. I may do some more top tip videos here, but I want to show you something really cool. If you did this in the color, so then colorize those, but maybe we want a heat map. So then you can go back over here and click this little drop. Okay, let's see this one extra, the drop down to different graphs. So then we could go into square, and that's gonna create you a nice little heat map that tells you here, and you guys can mess with this and do different things. Or you could go to a map and see, now the map isn't gonna work here because we don't have any geospatial content, but you can do different little graphs here and kind of see quickly what's going on. Obviously, certain things are going to work better than others, so just kind of mess with it for the type of graph you're doing. But this one for sure is a heat map, and you can do that square and quickly create a heat map, and then do that. So maybe you see like your sum quantity over here, and you don't like this. So in the upper right, you can kind of edit your colors and see different steps. Like maybe you want to get them bend better into 10 steps. That's going to change that. Or you could even reverse the colors and do that. Or you can go over here and even change your colors to like red, blue, red's bad, and get that going. But we reversed it, right? So make sure you're doing that right, however you do that. So make sure it just matches what you want. You can even do include totals, use full range of color, etc. So something that you can do to quickly get that info. But what if you want to have a filter? Well, my friends, you could even show filter, and that's going to show it, and they can like use a slider to see, oh, these are my heat map values. And you can even like create a video if you even record it right there to quickly do something to see what values are really driving everything up very quickly. And that will make that smaller so you can see just the values that are really driving everything and very quickly within that. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. I hope you hit that like button because it's the one thing that actually does help. And I hope you have a great day. And there's more Tableau videos on this channel, so check them out.